Welcome. Deb Cooper, global stressologist, coming in live from Denver, where it's a little bit different to New Zealand because we are 37 degrees and that is hot compared to New Zealand, who was -1, I think they woke up to some of the places there. So thank you for bearing it back home while I use my deodorant lots while I'm here, because crikey, it's different on the other side of the world. But as I talk about this is so perfect because I'm going to talk today about dissolving perfectionism. Let me just make sure this is right. To unlock the courage to be you, because it's really interesting. Even just flying over here, talking to people about perfection. Oh, I can't do this, I can't start. And I'm just like, what happens if you just start? What happens if it just works? What happens if it doesn't work? Like, it's really, really interesting. So this is why I'm here with my hot topic today. So first of all, I'd love to know if you're hashtag replay, if you're here watching a replay, or if you're here live. That would be awesome. And where you are in the world would be cool as well. Crikey, I think I'm losing my voice already. Woo! This is a goodie. So grab your note-taking device, whatever that is, and I want to say a special shout out to Shari. Thanks for my beautiful glitter pen that goes with my glitter drink bottle. I have a little bit of a glitter thing going on, as you can understand. So let me crack on. Grab that note-taking device, because there are some real solid, definite tips that can be of value for you. So strategy number one, or tip number one, or whatever we're going to talk about, is actually set real standards, REAL. And when I talk about this, when I'm thinking about this, it means that your goals are so high that they're completely unachievable without burnout. Who's done that? I actually had that this week. I put a goal, I thought it was actually something I could do, and I went, this is going to destroy me. This is literally going to destroy me. Or you constantly feel you're behind schedule. Even waking up, looking at my schedule, I just go, oh, sometimes it's okay. And you measure yourself against an unrealistic ideal. You measure yourself against an unrealistic ideal. Now, do these all really sound like a bit of a sting? Because they were a sting when I was putting all this together. So I've got a client, executive client, and they wanted every presentation flawless. Every presentation absolutely flawless. And I get that. Like, let's get this, I get this. But the endless revisions stole family time and drained her health. Oh, can you feel this? I could, like, it's true. So once she set the presentation, done by the third draft or fourth draft, I think it was about the fifth, as a standard, she delivered confidently, but she also overworked herself to complete burnout. Now, that's just one presentation. It was really interesting talking to her. So here's just a couple of tips on that particular one. So when you set your goals or your time frames, stretch them out a little bit more to allow yourself for self-care. All glitter time. But if you can allow that self-care in there, factor it in now, and not when you get to burnout, because then you're like, it's unrealistic, I can't do it. But ensure that when you set your self-care time, that you actually don't put something else into that self-care time. That self-care time is done, dusted, that's it, over. The other part with this is define what done looks like before you start. Define what done looks like before you start. If you don't define that, you're going to be chasing, and there is no end achievement that you've got, because you're always going to think there's going to be something greater out there. And ensure that you also celebrate your completion, not your perfection. Celebrate your completion, not your actual perfection. Because when we're looking at our perfection, if we can go to our completion, we can go, wow, it's actually done. And everything you do can have another level to it. Everything you can't do. However, if we can go, this is what it is, we're celebrating our completion, not our perfection, it allows everything to calm itself down. The next main one I've got is your why. And I really want you to tap into your why. And when I think about this, the aha moments from this, they come, you lose motivation halfway through projects. You obsess over minor flaws instead of the bigger picture. Who's getting these things coming up now? Or you feel disconnected from your deeper purpose. Yeah, yeah. So a charity volunteer was actually, and I'm going to say paralyzed, not fully paralyzed clearly, but paralyzed by the small admin tasks until she reconnected with her why of what she was doing, why she joined that organization. What was it actually? It was about helping families in crisis. So the bigger mission made these small, we can call them mistakes or these small admin wobbles or errors or anything, they were actually really insignificant. And that's what it is. That is how simple it can be. So what I'm giving you today is actually super simple. But sometimes we choose not to take the simple steps. But that's how simple it can be. So when we talk about anchoring in your why, the resolution is write your why on a sticky note and keep it visible. Write your why on a sticky note and keep it visible. Or even on the cover of your phone. You can do that on the cover of your phone. And before you criticize your work, who does those things? Who does those things? Before you criticize your work, ask, does it serve the purpose? Does it serve the purpose? It's a yes or no. If it's a maybe, then it's a yes. We know that. It's just a maybe. Oh, they could be doing, yeah, there could be. But does it serve its purpose? And then you're going to shift your focus from flaw finding. Shift your focus from flaw finding to value delivering. And when you can go away from flaw finding to value delivering, and you serve with value, you serve from the heart, it's amazing what actually comes into your world. And your why is just stuck and embedded into you. The next one I've got here is reframes your, we can say mistakes, and we're actually mistakes, errors, whatever, experiences, I call them experiences, as momentum. So you can replay past errors in your head long after they happen. You know, who does that 6 months? Oh, I should have said that, I could have said that. Or you know you're going somewhere and someone's there and you're like, oh, remember last time I saw them, and there's this whole Pac-Man story that's going on there. Yeah. Or you starting projects with fear of getting it wrong. You avoid starting projects with fear of getting it wrong. Or you see mistakes as proof you're not capable. Confirmation bias, yep. I put spelling errors out on that. I'm never going to do this again. Okay. So when we think about this, I want you to think about this one. And you're going to treat every misstep or experience as data, not defeat. Treat every misstep or experience as data, not defeat. And it's all about the data, collecting the data. And I'm not talking about statistics. I'm talking about, oh, I remember that. And then you're going to go, what is this teaching me that success never could? What is this teaching me that success never could? Oh. And when you get that answer, I'd love you to put that in the chat when you've just done that one as well, because that's a great one just to even go, actually, what is this teaching me that success never could? And you're going to keep a lesson learned journal, or whatever you want to call it. You can reframe it experiences. I don't often say mistakes, or I say whoopsies or lessons learned. I don't say that. I often just say whoopsies or experiences. So if you can keep an experiences journal and you're turning those whoopsies into growth fuel, you're turning those whoopsies into growth fuel, and that just allows you to keep moving. So it's actually something that feels right and it's moving with you. You're not going to take anything too seriously. That's life, anything personal. So when people say things to you, you're not going to overthink it. You're going to internalize other people's moods. You're going to put pressure on yourself to get it right. None of that. And so to resolve that in your heart, you're going to say it aloud. This is not about me. This is not about me. This is not about me. Literally, it takes the pressure off you. I want you also to play more. I want you to mess up. I want you to laugh more, and I want you to be real. Imagine that. Messing up. What does that look like? And people who are projecting their world are actually projecting their world, not yours. That's their world, not yours. Remember that. That is their world, not yours. The next one is that there's an 80% rule, and there's actually a lot of these rules, and 60-40 and blah, 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 blah. But this one actually was an interesting one when I started to think about how to reframe this for you. And so this means that you can't release your work until it's perfect. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or you miss deadlines because you're still tweaking. Tweak, 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 as we all do. Or you're stuck in the, I'll just fix one more thing cycle. Oh my God, I don't know how many presentations I've been involved in that are 11 o'clock at night or 10:55 at night that's got to give 11 to somebody by 11 o'clock so they can do it overnight or whatever it is, and you're just down to that part. I'll just fix one more thing, just one more thing, one more thing. Woo! We know those ones. So what you're going to do is commit to 80%. Is it good enough for action? Now, that may make you feel uncomfortable because 80% is not good enough. According to some people, it's 100%. But 80% is actually good enough for action. So if this is what it takes, 80% it's good enough. And you're going to use those deadlines to force release. Make those deadlines realistic and make sure they're done by that. And once that deadline is done, stick to it. Tell yourself that is it. And there's another one about this is remembering that done is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect. Now, even that, I've done it. We know going back to school, it used to be just get yourself a B, just get 50%. And I'd want to get 100%. Well, I don't think I ever got 100% on any of my tests. I don't know, Mum, Dad, did I? I'm not really sure about that. But just know that if you pass, you pass. If you don't, that's okay. There's something else out there, whatever that's going on. But it's about actually leaning in and doing this. So is 50% a pass? Yeah, it is. 51% a pass? Yeah, it is. Is 100% a pass? Yeah, it is. It's still the same. It's still a win. So just remembering those things. Done is better than perfect. Now, I did mention my glitter. I mentioned my glitter at the start. So I want you to know that your glitter bomb is do what lights you up. Your glitter bomb is do what lights you up. Now, when I think about your glitter bomb, it's when you're actually feeling icky or there's something going on and you're just not 100% or you haven't slept well or your hair's not going right or any of those things, and you're just forgetting to actually enjoy life, or you're scrolling too much on your phone and you're just wasting away your day or any of those things. So what you're going to do is you're going to go, what made me feel alive as a kid? What made me feel alive as a kid? I used to walk in the rain. I used to play in the puddles. I used to do whatever. What are those things that made you feel alive as a kid? Just to think about it. Go outside, put on some red lippy if you want, dance in your undies, whatever it is that glitter bomb that lights you up. Watch one of my videos or listen to my podcast. Like anything that's going to spark a shift within you, this is what we're looking for. And crikey, I've raced through today. This is great. I've raced through today. So last one. You know what I'm going to do. Yeah. You are not alone. And I say this generally. You're not alone. I am here. You think no one's going to understand you. You get isolated. You go, oh, I can't message you. Deborah's so busy. I can't message her. Like you can. Might take me a day or two to get back to you, but you can. Or you convince yourself that other people have it all together and you don't. Like, it's actually okay. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just in the lull of the roller coaster. So reach out, speak up. You don't have to do this alone. 19 years I've been doing this. And if I could tell you my work stories, you'd probably cringe and go, you know what? I would rather have my chaos than what you've actually shared with me. So know I've got your back, and I'll remind you who the heck you're actually here to be and why. Remember that. I'm here for you. So, summing up my dissolving perfectionism and unlock the courage to be you, I'm going to ask you one last question I'd love you to put in the chat. Are you playing the game of life to the fullest? And with that, after listening today, what's your highest priority action step you're going to do today to achieve your inspiration? What is that highest priority action step you're going to do today to achieve your inspiration? So, that's our dissolve perfectionism and unlock the courage to be you. That is Debs Cooper, Global Stressologist, signing off from Denver, Colorado. Don't even sound American. I don't even know why I tried that. Thank you very much. I will see you next week, and I will be back in New Zealand. Have an inspiring day, and please drop in the chat and let me know how you're going with this. Over and out. Bye.